Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESOC Grand Tour number 3. That's right, it's kicking us off with a new tournament series. Our first tournament in the Grand Tour is the 1vs1 Supremacy Cup. And here we are, a best of 1 game between Coffee Coefficient versus HawK Girl, China Mirror on Dakota, round of 1. Well, round of 32, best of 1. This game will decide who will move on to the next round and who will get eliminated. Spawning to the northwest of the map in the colour blue, we have Coffee Coefficient going for a double village start. Looks like he hasn't quite got his village under construction just yet, but I'm sure he will realise he hasn't quite shift-clicked this one properly. Down to the southern side, HawK in the clan Hazard. That's a little throwback, isn't it at all? A single village, trading post as well. Gonna go for a one village, one train post, but it looks like Coffee going here for the Mito build opening here with 3 villages. Interesting play, and actually, I was just checking, like, HawK's obviously sent in his villager card already. He's already got the 2 vills. T Export coming in now behind Tea Leaves. Coffee, I think he held off. Yeah, he's held off his. Wow, he's held off his Northern Refugees to about 3.5 minutes in game. That's a really delayed villager shipment there. We're going straight into Tea Leaves afterwards, but I fear for Coffee. This is going to be such a slow age up. It's really not like you'd normally expect to see from a China player. HawK's playing more kind of traditional Chinese theory at the moment, going for a very defensive Summer Palace, but 4 vills on it. Concert Rickshaw out and about, just scouting around. And who do we have here? Do we have the yes, it's the I don't really want to rotate my camera, but it's the Campaign Explorer, the second one, not the sailor with no top on, but the actual general. But I do actually prefer the baseline, monk design. I think it kind of looks more cool. Let's see what anyone else is saying. Bruce is asking for the bracket. Yes, the bracket is there. Big Hazard not playing. Hazard hasn't signed up for this series, but guys decline Mito, Tabun. Did Tabun sign up in the end? I know that Turk and Izad have, so a lot of big boys in this tournament. Lots of action to go around. German consulates here for Coffee in transition with the T exports there. Some pass being thrown down, but it's slow. Like 450, 5 minutes is part time here for age up, and HawK go for 452. Very, very nice. Russian consulate here, likely to be defensive, but in this matchup, he could have gone different. I think you expect. Well, no, I don't actually, because Coffee Coefficient here going German consulate 3 villages is like the hallmark of the Mito build order, and that does tend to aggressive play. And HawK has scouters; he does see what's going on. Mid-map blockhouse is quite interesting. Lagging quite a bit, low FPS. So let me have a look. I think I haven't turned off everything on internet. Let's have a look. See if is it really? It looks all right. Doesn't say I'm dropping frames at 6,000 frames a bit. It's better now. That's okay. Oh well, this is just game number 1. We'll get it all sorted for game number 2 or the next series. But Coffee Coefficient now age up at 5 minutes 50 seconds. Wow. How can you age up this late and expect to be competitive? Going for a defensive War Academy here. He should have a lot of resources, though. Distributors them from the consulate. Chukanu's coming in, going for market with lots of market text. But I feel that this is the time if you want to maximise on your unit production. Just try and get stuff out. Maybe he wants to build. Yeah, he's building with 2 villages, so I do give him credit for there. But meanwhile, HawK's trained some units from the blockhouse. He's going forward War Academy here. Russian consulate. HawK's just playing this H2 aggro. So could this be an H2 mirror between 2 cities who really want to be in the Fortress Age? I suppose with a best of 1, you just cannot risk this whatsoever. You've noticed that I haven't got the scoreboard cover up, but that doesn't matter because this is a live casted game. This game is happening right about now. As you can see, the time bar is continuously increasing, but I will just chuck it on just to give you guys, just to prevent you guys from having any sort of withdrawals of that fact. There we go. HawK training Step Rider. Keshik from the blockhouse did open up with a Step Rider Chukunu, so the standard army there. 7 steps being sent at home. Misrally that one, but it's not going to be too much of a problem. And just HawK's just very happy with the mobility that the Steppe and Keshik army together brings, and is going to move to the northern side of the map. I'm looking at Coffee's next hunt. He's done a really good job at herding in hunts. He's got 2 hunts here. There's a starting bison just ticking off afterwards. But after the food and base goes, I have no idea where the next hunt is going to be whatsoever. Picking up a village though, somewhat for free, is quite nice. But when he commit, there's a lot of pikemen here. And the pikemen, he can't engage that with the steps, so you're going to have to back off. At the moment, I've got to say, this build from Coffee is looking pretty decent, actually. He's getting himself into a decent position in terms of game position. HawK, well, let's look at HawK's point of view now. He was training the standard armies, which is the Cav Chukanu, but I don't know where this love for the Cav Chukanus come from, because the old hand's just exceptionally good. So many more bows here for Coffee coefficient. HawK go with a couple of step riders, but there's a lot of Chang pikemen here. 35 hand attack versus step riders. This is an easy 5-hit kill, and there's just too much stuff here. Chukanu's just got to focus on the other bows, and then HawK's got nothing for this combo. Sending 8 Chukanus at the moment does have 1 batch being trained. Let's look at Coffee's point of view. He's actually, some past batch nearly about to come out, but train another old hand. He's got lots and lots of food, needs some more wood. He's got 21 vills on food, which is a bit interesting. Has he sent a wood crate card? No, he hasn't. He just needs to get that macro sorted out a little bit faster. Now going into the food tech here from the German consulate, but Coffee looking to be pretty decent so far. Bow captaining both players, 22 here for Coffee. And back to HawK. 22, even Stevens. It's just, will Cav Bow be better than Bow Pike? We'll find out. Explorers need to be in cover mode. We do see HawK in cover mode, tanking quite a bit there. Cav on the back line, just chilling out a little bit. Oh, I'm sure Maito will turn up. We obviously give well-known players a bit of leeway, but if he's not online by half, whatever, I'll be worried. Pikemen engage onto the steps, but actually a lot of the pikemen going down to the Chukanus. The Chukanus are attacking what they find their nearest targets. They're not really working on the Chukanu army. The Explorer here from Coffee right and deep onto the Chukanu line. Very, very nice. Did I see Minutemen being called? Did they get rallied elsewhere? No, they're not being called just yet. Disciples being trained here for HawK though. Chang Pikeman's been sent behind, but the Disciples is... Why is the Explorer back here? That's not where he wants it. Early exchanges here, going for Coffee's point of view. And there's a step... Rider army being sent in behind for Coffee. What a great shipment to push out on. We do have pike minutes, sentries being called, and so much food here for Coffee. HawK with the Russian consulate not benefiting here from the passive bonus that the German consulate, the cheaper army batches and the trickles being gathered in. Maybe HawK might soon have enough export here for a Cav batch. I think he's changed his consulate over. Let's have a look. He has changed to German consulates here. With now that the fights are happening, maybe Brit consulate? I guess he's also looking for those trickles. So yeah, both players German consulate for the time being. HawK 24 Chukanus. Coffee Co has 27 Chukanus behind this. Step Riders waiting around, waiting for another charge. Rattan shields. Oh, what a nice little play here from Coffee. Coffee's sending in the Rattan shields. Shock infantry will do very well versus... to be honest, this army is not really many Chang pikemen here. Steps pretty good at tanking. I mean, they're low HP, but with the range resist, they're not great at dealing with other cavalry-based units. I'm just worried about all these extra pikemen going down for free in the sense... Chukanus also kind of feel like they need to be like that frontline unit just to try and get as many pokes onto the enemy army as possible. I think HawK showing his slightly better unit control, going for a 2-unit control here, or 2 control groups of just bows and everything else jammed into one. Rattan's near on the floor, more Disciples being traded, old hand batch about to come out. Let's look at HawK's point of view. Going standard army HP now, so he's doubling down on the Step Rider Chukanu play. 20% HP on these units, so it's a really decent card in that sense. And actually I think we'll hit a nice power spike when that comes in. So will the Rattan extra units help combat this, or will the buffed Chukanu Step Riders shine the way? This even is open. Misspelt the word even. Events. Here we go. Steps charging in. Pike's got a good position over there. But they're looking back. Actually, there's nothing here to stop these steps coming in. And yes, the Rattan steps in. The steps have to body block. The Pike's in as well. Chukunu's moving a little bit forward. Just a massive royal Chinese mess here. Both Explorers in as well. Maybe cover mode in, but tanking quite a bit. The Bone Mass here from Coffee looks to be sounding just a little bit strong, but there's enough step rise afterwards to hold on. I think the cleanup behind here from HawK is actually going to be looking pretty decent. 17 step rise still on the field. Meanwhile, Coffee, 33 bows, couple Keshiks, no other units available. Those Rattans did go down pretty quickly. Looks like the step HP on all those units actually worked out to be in his favour. Nice kiting action here from Coffee though, getting out of here. But the bow mass now from HawK is uncontested, unanswered for. Neither player here having enough export to go for Siberian Cossacks on the Russian consulate. Coffee staying with the German consulate. HawK changing over to the German consulate. Dops in there would have been a tasty mess, that would as well. But the pullbacks is on here from Coffee, and HawK is starting to exercise a lead in this game. And the thing is, Coffee, once he runs out with Hunt, is nowhere to go. There's so much walking. 600 wood now being sent, but the step rise still engaging on the Chukunu. I think Coffee is having a bit of a trouble at the moment. Here come the Chukunus from HawK. 3,000 points in the score lead. A couple Pikes holding out, trying to get anything done here, but I'm not really too sure it's enough to come back in. Brit Consulate, Musk's coming in. Double batch of Old Hand, like the production and eco still there for Coffee. It's just that fight went so well there for HawK instead. 34 villagers. Lots of wood left over. The Hunt situation here is pretty awkward. Hasn't been out on the map to really do with it, and you know this is just quite tough from him point of view. Meanwhile, HawK floating a lot of resources as well. It's just the China eco just growing as the game goes on with the trickles. So some of past batches quite often see this floatage. Explorer going down here for Coffee is quite frustrating. Looks like HawK's actually taking TP line himself with the Explorer. Could get Vils onto that, but the Stagecoach has been researched as well, so HawK kind of securely, safely increasing that economy lead at this position. The GG has been called. Coffee taps out, and I think HawK has won this best of one series between himself and Coffee, and HawK will move on to the round of 16 of the Sub Cup. I was about to say the Trash Can League then, but that was obviously my previous tournament that I did. But no, yeah, what a great game. China Mirror to kick us off, and that's the action of this tournament. Just fast, continuous, unrelenting games, and we'll move on to the next one. Let's look at the timeline. Military population. The population is somewhat even, but having similar populations. Obviously, this doesn't include the Rattan, so let's go to military unit count. Even counts, but the blockhouse defense, the reinforcements, and then the upgrade 20% HP on the step Chukunu just secured that victory there for HawK. A critical shipment at that time, and a great choice in its own right. So well played there to HawK. Oh, I see that chat. That's a great one. Villager population there. Yeah, you see the extra benefit of the delayed Northern refugee shipment, but all this time, this area of not having those two vills gathering just delayed Coffee's age up so much. And I always thought he was on the back foot, but managed to get his economy rolling a bit better, get those trickles in a bit faster, and kind of catch up on the military. Just ran out of Hunt, I guess, but the fight was the main talking point of that game, and that's what was won by HawK.